It's very good.
Guys, welcome to the mini episode.
It's here. You guessed it.
Yeah, no, we recorded this later.
Same outfit.
Same outfit, same degree of rolling.
Same position.
Same mess on the table.
Same cat.
This is a set, all right? Folks, this is a fucking set.
Yeah.
You guys are like, gross.
Yeah, we meticulous designed it from the ground up.
I worked with famous set designer Greg von Hausen, who has worked on many.
He also has a clothing line here.
Right. That's Van Housen.
I thought it was Van Heusen.
Yeah, very offensive. But anyway, he's worked on many YouTube sets.
Yeah.
And so he helped us deliver this.
Yeah. We're trying this year, YouTube Oscar.
Why do you think we have to charge for the other show? Because I got real designers, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
And this is just a prop cat, too.
Designing women.
Designing women. What do we always say? Why do we say that?
That was a real Scott fucking non sequitur. Anyway, guys.
What is this show? We're talking about Come On, Just Try It, Part 2.
Part 2.5.
Actually, this is 3.5.
That's 2.5.
Is that how it works? Because it's not the beginning. Because episode 3 is the next one. So this is 2.5.
Yeah.
You right, dog.
Thanks, brah.
So episode.
I love being right.
What did you say? 3.5.
2.5.
2.5, where we tell you what we're
skipping
going.
to ahead now.
What we're going to listen to on episode 3, or what we're going to get for episode 3 of Come On, Just Try It. Which now, as you've seen, thanks to it being released perfectly without any kind of issue from YouTube,
Servers crashed.
Was the highest rated YouTube video of all time, just surpassing
an infinite percent.
Learn to use dildos with Scarlett Johansson.
Infinite like ratio because nobody disliked it. Therefore, the highest ratio of likes to dislikes possible.
Cannot be disliked by mortals, and few gods have chosen to dislike it.
Yeah.
So what is going to be on the next thrilling?
Sekhmet was a real stickler, though.
Sekhmet, is he a god or is he just a leader?
Anyway, guys, you guessed it. It's episode 2.5. What happens during this part? Are we going to go into full reviews of our thing?
Into what?
No, we're not, because we're just giving each other a thing right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, we talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
We talk a little bit about why we want you to listen to it, and what the general idea is. But last week you had what?
You gave me to listen to
Van Halen.
Van Halen numero uno.
And you gave me.
I gave you the Kinks album, Arthur, or the Fall and Decline of the British Empire.
Right. So now that we're back to school here, it's time to give each other.
School's not out, Alice Cooper. You stay put. I'll see you after class.
Is that a little hint about what your album's going to be?
Nope.
It's going to be Alice Cooper's School's Out. Great album.
It's a great song, at least.
It's a great song.
I love that song.
Can we give each other just one song? We haven't done that yet. So it can be a movie. It can be a song. It could even be a game if it's short enough.
Yeah.
Even the movie shouldn't be that fucking long. The TV show, if it's like one ep total.
Or like a mini like.
I'm not watching fucking Civil War. Ken Burns.
Nah, I wouldn't do that to you.
It's a 9-part fucking 3-hour long per piece shot.
Honestly, the Roosevelt's is pretty good and short, but even so.
It can be anything. But for now, it's just been albums.
There's only been one movie I've really been thinking about giving you, but we're not there
Is it
yet.
Departed?
No, it's not.
I haven't seen that yet either. Didn't you let me borrow that and I never watched it?
Maybe.
I think I recall it. Anyway, folks, who goes first in this thing?
I think traditionally is an all sons thing. I think normally you go first.
Normally ladies go first, yeah. So,
That's not what I said.
My album for you this week.
Putting words in my mouth.
I'm fairly confident you never listened to this band. This band has always been a staple in my car, so that gives you a hint.
All right, I'm trying to think here.
You could honestly get it on one. We've created in-jokes among ourselves about this band, but I don't think you've ever sat down and listened to an album by them. And I wanted to give you kind of an interesting album start for them, the same way you gave me an interesting Kinks album. The band is honestly a great band from when I listened to them. I feel as though they're not as good now. Classic, they got too popular. But these albums are worth listening to, and I think in your wheelhouse more than you think. So that's the reason I'm going for it. So honestly, their first 5 albums are all great. And I'm not going to be able to pronounce this album. I'm sorry to everyone at home, but I'm going to have you look at it. My album for you this week is the White Stripes' Day Still? Day Still?
Day Steel, I think is.
It's Dutch. Day Still.
Day Steel.
So this is not their most hits-filled album.
Okay.
You haven't listened to this album, right?
No.
Okay, I don't think
I've never listened to a White Stripes album. I've listened to a couple songs.
Right. So this album, the big hit was nothing. There's no hits on this album. But this is a very bluesy album. Very like traditional songwriting.
What? In our classic Old White Stripes.
This
New
is
West-
Old White Stripes.
Okay.
So the old joke we used to have was basically I had White Stripes from all the way from like 1999 all the way to like 2000 whatever for like Icky Thump, which is a bad album. But I used to be like,
Really, everybody liked Icky Thump. Or did everyone like Blunderbuss?
everyone bought it, but it's not as good. So what would happen is I would put on a song and say Old White Stripes, and then I would skip to a new song and say New White Stripes, no matter what it was.
Yeah.
Because usually the two styles were so different, and one was good and one was awful, because that's how bad my phone music is. But that was a general joke.
Yeah.
So this is Old White Stripes, which is good.
Okay.
And this is very, very traditional stuff. This is going to be like your American blues. This is going to be like, okay, are you going to fall in love with this album? No, but I think there's going to be some songs in here you really
There probably
like.
could be some songs I'll get into.
I think you're really going to like a lot of the songs in here because it is so. I don't think it's going to remind you of "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," but I think it might.
Interesting.
Some of the songs, like, let me just look it up. I'm going to put some personal recommendations real quick. I got to bring up my phone again. So, Death Letter's great. I'm Bound to Pack It Up is one of my favorite White Stripes songs. One of my favorite songs of all time. And honestly, it might be perfect for your current life place.
Great.
True Doesn't Make a Noise, one of my favorite singing songs. And less rockers.
It's a great name for a song.
Yeah, less rockers. But I think this will be actually a very good, this will be a great point of your life song. Because this is, a lot of these songs feel like Jack White meeting Meg White and then them starting a family together.
Yeah.
A lot of that feels like that. And I feel like this might be the perfect opportunity for you to get hooked by him. And then what you're going to do is you're saying, well, I guess I'll listen to other White Stripes. And then you will fail to do that because it's not.
And then you're done.
Like, this is a good album. My instinct was to give you at first their first album, which is great. But then I was thinking maybe White Blood Cells, which is one with Fell in Love with a Girl, which is a big hit. But that has 16 tracks. I'm not doing that to you. And that's going to be like, if you want to listen to like real ass White Stripes, fine. The first album is a little bit too raw, so I think that's not for you. But I think this is kind of the perfect album for you personally. If I'm to curate your White Stripes experience, it's this album.
All right.
I have high hopes for this.
Okay. All right. So I was thinking a lot about what I was going to give you because obviously when we started the show, there were a lot of albums in my mind that I was like, oh, I'm going to give him this. I'm going to give him that. You know, I gave you David Bowie. I gave you Kinks. I was going to give you some Peter Gabriel at some point. I was like, a lot of British acts here.
A lot of British acts.
Let's take it across the pond, friends.
To Japan. Glorious Nippon.
Yeah. You're going to listen to The Pillows, a band you've never listened to before.
I don't think I've actually listened to a full album.
Honestly, I thought you were going to give me Pillows.
No, I don't think.
At first, I was like Pillows. Then I thought for a second Children of Bodom.
No, I'm not giving you Bodom. What do you think? I'm some kind of monster? You are not going to like Bodom. Bodom's not for you. Bodom's only for me.
That's fair.
Pillows, I don't see you.
I was like,
either.
let's take it back to the fucking U.S. of A.
Well, I've never heard of that place.
Which one?
Is that the United Arab Emirates?
It's good.
Emirates.
So this is going to be a little. I think you're going to be surprised that I'm going to give you this one, but this is an artist that I go back to every once in a while. I do enjoy quite a bit. I enjoy a lot of their stuff. And I was debating about which album to give you because I've listened to a few, and there's definitely like periods of this musician's life where it's like the later period is very different. But I think honestly you'll probably be a little more familiar with the later period. So I'm going to give you something from earlier in their career, and then I decided to go with their debut album because there's a lot of hits on their debut. It's one of the things that made them famous. This
I can't. I'm trying to guess it. I don't.
You're not gonna guess.
I would love to, you saying that I might be familiar with their old stuff.
Yeah.
Give me one hint. This is probably. I'm just trying to extend the length out of the show.
The song that was very famous later in their career was actually a cover of a song.
Alien Ant Farm.
Wow.
Great choice. You give me their first album, Movies. Great choice.
It was really, yeah. I was really
got it on one, folks. Got it on one.
You snuck it right in there. Okay, so for real though, this album I'm going to give you, you're going to listen to.
Don't tell me what I'm going to do.
You are going to. The album I'm giving you is Johnny Cash with his Hot and Blue Guitar.
Interesting.
His debut album, 1957. There are a lot of hits on this album. a couple like deeper tracks, but a lot
This I
of
like.
a lot of his more popular songs come off this album. Because the first album I was really tempted to give you was At Folsom Prison, which is
That's got to be pretty iconic.
yeah. That's the one that kind of got his career back on track, because that's about 10 years later after his popularity had waned, and he wasn't selling as many records, but it was a big hit for him and kind of put him back in the public spotlight. I think it's actually what got him his show.
Right.
But I was like,
Johnny Cash show.
yeah, it was a big thing. I think it was like 7 seasons.
I
on ABC.
was just kidding.
No, for real, it was a show and it was a huge hit. But yeah, I decided to give you the first one just because I wanted you to I'm giving you the classic Sons, come on, just try it idea of like what this is going to be in the time period.
Right.
So like,
are we ever going to do a new album? Oh yeah, Death Grips.
I was about to say, yeah.
Death Grips is as new as we've gotten.
2004 or 14.
I was going to say, it was not 2004.
2014 is not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
What am I going to give you that's new? What do I like that's new?
Baroness.
Baroness is like kind of new.
Maybe you'll give me Empire of Sand or whatever it is by Mastodon.
Oh, I don't know what that album is called. I haven't listened to it.
I think it's.
I was gonna give
Emperor
you
of
the.
Sand.
I have to give you the Hunter because I've been trying to get you to listen to that for a while. But
It's true.
that's still like 2004. That's maybe 2012.
Yeah, it's true. Regardless, so I went back and forth about like what American artists to give you, but I wanted to give you something that I think is unique, something that I think you probably. This is another one I don't think you would ever picked up on your own.
No, sir.
And yeah, so I just want to see how you feel about it. Again, if you don't like it, my feelings aren't going to be hurt. I don't think it's.
What if I made them hurt your feeling?
I can't believe you personally like this album. No, I don't think
You're an idiot.
This album isn't as, I will say, important to me as Ziggy Stardust is.
Right, no. It might surprise you to learn that I have actually listened to one Johnny Cash album, and it is the one that you expect it to be.
Yeah, the American 4 with Hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I was actually thinking about giving you that one too, but that one
It has that one song that's really good. The one that he made himself about a man coming to town.
Oh yeah.
It's a great ass song.
But that is about 95% covers on that. So I didn't think that was.
Is Hurt a cover?
No, I think that one's original.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong.
Choice.
The covers are like Bridge Over Troubled Water version is absolutely gorgeous. I really like
Personal Jesus, the best song ever written.
I like that version of Personal Jesus. I really like that
that Persian of Berver.
That version of Desperado. That's a beautiful cover. But like,
Why don't you come to your senses? Is it like that?
It's a little like that. But I wanted to give you kind of where it all started. Again, I'm a big fan of context, and I want you to get an idea of like where Johnny Cash's career starts.
You're really putting me within the 50s to 70s department.
Yeah, I mean,
what a small range you put me in.
Listen, I
really got you stuck in the 70s to 2014s.
I think it's going to be interesting just from the perspective of like, this is very stripped down country.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, country. Already not into it. You call it something else.
It's very well. I mean, there's some rockabilly songs on here too, because Johnny Cash kind of like it's again, like I mentioned on the last episode, it's this ambiguous time in rock music where rock is everything that's country, rockabilly, what we know today as rock, blues, all kind of mishmashed together in like this like really kind of beautiful, horrendous thing that I actually really love quite a bit.
Right. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for how you feel about mine.
Yeah. No, because the thing is, I think we've both gone into our albums so far with very open minds, and I feel like we deserve Best Open Mind Award. From YouTube.
No one's giving us any credit for that. What the hell, guys?
So
you guys are like, man, it seems like their minds are kind of open. You don't know how hard that is for me. I'm a real music snob.
It's true. I think we both are in our own ways. But like I said, I wanted to give you something American. I wanted to give you something I didn't think you were going to pick up on your own.
Is Johnny Cash from America?
I thought Johnny Cash was a perfect choice.
It's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
How much do you really like this album?
Do I like this album? It's a good album. Like I said, there are a lot of hits on here because this is Walk the Line, this is Ring of Fire. So like a lot of big Johnny Cash songs, but I don't think it's their perfected versions because other versions will be famous.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But yeah, so like it's not. I don't think people are as familiar with some of his other works, but it's where a lot of that other stuff comes from.
Okay, I'm open to it.
Yeah,
I can't say no on the show, but afterwards I will reprimand you for giving me a country album.
Yeah, well that's fair.
Guys, that's it. You have your homework too. You have to listen to them too if you want to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we actually record the other thing, you will be notified.
Yep.
Probably around the end of the month.
Yeah.
we got a lot of stuff going on, folks.
It's
Technically that Tuesday the 1st, I don't know what we're going to be doing, but we'll figure something out. Because we'll be recorded it anyway.
Oh! I see.
But you'll be in another country, and I'll be.
No, I'm not moving into the country till the 5th. So.
Oh.
We have time.
Maybe that's what we'll do. Who knows?
Who knows? Guys, thanks a lot for joining us for the mini episode. We'll catch you later for another great Sun's Time Fun Time.
Sun's Time Fun Time. See you.